Now, after more than a decade of ratifying the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, PWDs, Ghana is still challenged with promoting these rights. This puts into question Ghana's commitment towards achieving Goals 10 and 11 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, particularly towards reducing inequalities against PWDs by 2030. Now, as the world commemorates the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, Citi News' Adjoatin Krama Domina has been interacting with these persons on their living conditions and has filed this report.
Disability, they say, is not inability. Unfortunately, for 37-year-old Rashad Mohammed, this adage doesn't resonate in his life. Rashad, disabled since the age of 2 due to a medical mishap, faces constant discrimination, feeling marginalized and inadequate. Companies turn him away, and society in general appears unfair to persons with disabilities.
I applied for G4S security. I went to training from Monday to Thursday. Friday, I supposed to be passed out so that I can also be posted to my post. There was a security manager who told me that I can't work because of my condition. So I can't work because I'm a physical challenge. And I told the man that it's not your leg, it's about the brain, what you can use the brain for. But he still insists that I know in Ghana it's not allowed for a person living with disability to work as a security. I feel so bad because I felt that why am I a person living with disability? Why am I like this?
Rashad's experience echoes that of many other PWDs grappling with stark inequalities in navigating life, work, and family. Take 18-year-old Hashim Said, for instance, selling shoe polish at the Kalkudi traffic light in Accra. Despite enduring the sweltering sun daily on one of Accra's busiest and traffic-prone stretches, Hashim relies on his wheelchair to make ends meet.
On
the contrary, Moses Hassan, lacking the comfort of a wheelchair, found himself on the streets after an accident in 2010 cut short his job as a poultry farmer, pushing him into the struggle for survival for himself and his family.
Sometimes there are some reactions from people that will make you feel, if I wasn't like this person shouldn't have reacted this way. Though I've not taken it as anything. I took it as part of life. Definitely, even the non-physically challenged people, they also face this kind of challenges from people. So I didn't see it as anything. When it comes, I take it.
Approximately 8% of Ghana's 32 million people live with disabilities. Despite efforts by successive governments and the country's commitment to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, challenges persist. Labour expert Austin Game advocates for increased support for PWDs.
People with disability are properly protected under the Labour Act 2003 and 651, and right from Section 49 all down, they have been protected in diverse ways. But practically speaking, we have not, as a nation, been able to protect the interests of these characters who are considered generally as vulnerable people. Because if there's fire here right now, able-bodied people may not even carry them. They cannot escape, and they'll be victims. So it is important that we find ways and means of protecting a little bit more than we are doing now.
The International Day of People with Disability, IDPWD, on December 3 aims to promote community awareness and understanding of PWDs, ensuring an inclusive society and reducing inequalities against PWDs aligned with UN Sustainable Development Goals 10 and 11, which Ghana has integrated. Rashad Mohammed, spokesperson for the Disabled Toll Workers Union, urges the government to pay old salaries, enabling them to start businesses as they await re-engagement.
Right now, most of us with acquired skills, as I said, some of us are shoemakers, others are phone repairers, computer. So I think, as they said, they will be paying us until reinstatement. For now, we've not been reinstated, and we don't know when the job is coming. At least it's almost 2 years now. They should give us our money. We'll go and then find something and do with it. The only thing we need is opening capital. Most of us, since we have our own skills, we can develop ourselves from there.
Disabled toll workers expressed their intent to mobilize for a protest against the government's treatment, calling on benevolent individuals and CSOs for support. Labour expert Austin Game commits to leading negotiations with the government to secure the livelihoods of disabled toll workers.
I'm going to see if I can offer myself to them and help them, possibly pro bono, to sort of lead them to negotiate instead of demonstrating. I don't want them to demonstrate.
Ghana signed the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons Living with Disabilities in 2007 and ratified the convention in 2012. But to what extent has the country delivered on its commitments as far as this convention is concerned? Today, persons living with disabilities are reminding the government that everyone is prone to becoming disabled, and therefore it is incumbent on the government to make life easier and fairer for PWDs across the country. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Ajua Tenkrama Domina.